It's sort of everyone's story, society's story, because although they're complete strangers, everyone's story is there. We all have photographs from people we know and love, and although these are strangers, it's pretty much the same story. Often people doing the same things, enjoying the same things, taking photographs in the same sort of places on the same occasions. It just builds up into, I think from the photographs I've got, complete strangers, but I just think there's a sort of story of society held in these images. Few I keep tend to be ones that I just think that really evokes that. These things are not ending up in landfill. They're being reused. They're having another life, perhaps being appreciated in some way, which is only good. I suppose you can romanticize about it a little bit. I think a lot of people these sort of shops like to have a look around, so it's almost like a little museum. You get a lot of people saying, oh, do you remember these, and so on. You don't expect everyone to buy things. It's a fun, interesting place and evocative things that people remember and so on. I think in the same way, sometimes when people are looking at photographs, they might not be interested in buying them, but they'll sometimes think, oh, do you remember we used to wear one of these? Do you remember people's hair used to be like that? That sort of thing. You can actually get quite connected to people because it's people's lives. You sort of get to know them through these photographs. People who are usually not around anymore. You see the things they've done, the things they've enjoyed doing. They are basically strangers to me and anyone who's going to buy these things. Sometimes people have come across collections of photographs and slides, perhaps at a car boot sale, and they'll actually sell them to me because they know I've got some interest in that. It's usually deceased estates, basically. People have passed away and relatives have to clear things out, and sometimes that can include these old family images. People buy them for various different reasons, but they do sell quite well. It's a little bit surprising, but a lot of people are interested in such things. If it's not written on it, you're never going to know who they are. It's usually something creative, some sort of artistic project, an inspiration to creativity, something to get started on. But there are also, of course, people who do craft ideas. They might cover an object with images. They make things like lampshades out of them so the light will shine through. So they're not too particular about what the images are. I'm more concerned with just the colours and shapes in the slides. There was one occasion where a couple came into the shop and went through all of the photographs, and that's several thousand photographs, and took a long, long time and laid out for perhaps 200 photographs. I was very curious because this has taken so long. Some of them would have been over 100 years old, some are very modern, colour, old black and white, formal, snapshots, taken abroad. I couldn't see any connection whatsoever. And it was a good bit of business for me, and we did the deal. And then I had to say, why did you select these particular images? They don't hold together. And the couple told me that they were from the Bath Museum of Costume. And the next year, they were going to do an exhibition on floral pattern dresses. And as soon as she said that, you realised every one of these had a floral pattern dress. But they're so common, you just don't think about it. Although they have an archive of many thousands of photographs, they're basically all formal photographs taken with models, maybe from the fashion houses and so on over time. But these are ordinary snapshots of people actually wearing these things, who have bought them and liked them and wore them. So it gives a little bit of a different angle, which I think is a good thing about snapshots. Amazing, to get something like that. Snapshots, from my point of view, are accidental documents of their age. The point is that what I see in it is not the reason why they were taken. They were taken to, here's the boys on the beach enjoying themselves in 1968 at Rothsay. But I look at it and it's a bit impersonal, but you're seeing what people did then, what they wore, where they went, what they enjoyed doing, and the moments they wanted to capture and photograph. And the fact is that when you took a photograph then, it was costing a little bit of money and going to a bit of effort. You couldn't just snap away on your phone. You had to think about it. So they were capturing things that mattered to them. So these are the moments that mattered, and that's part of the history as well. It's not just what the image is, it's the fact that you take that image at all, which tells you something about the times. Over the years, I've had thousands of snapshots, formal photographs, slides, cine films and so on through my hands. The way to look at it, rather than being sad about it, is to think, well, they were going to be thrown out and they might get a second lease of life. I hope people can appreciate these images and look after them. The odd ones that I've collected, I hope to manage to save and look after, and perhaps they'll be displayed at some point in the future.